immutable thank yous. And Chris says, time is illusion. It is the ability of matter, energy, stuff to transition. All that happens, past, present, and future is happening now. This is actually a really good point, Eric. Have you ever ran into the idea that time doesn't actually exist? It's just an illusory thing.
Yeah, that's the block universe, and there's a really good PBS Eons video about it. I interviewed Dr. Blitz last year on this, and it basically says that the way I understand it, at least, is if time is a dimension of space, then it means you can traverse through. You could like theoretically traverse through time. That's part of it, but that I don't know if it's just that part or if there's additional parts, but that makes the past, present, and future all equally real at the same time. And that's the idea of the block universe. So that would make the universe eternal. It's not actually the case that entropy increases. That's just you traveling from one part of the block universe to another part of it.
I have to look up the block universe. This sounds interesting, actually.
It's very, very difficult.
Well, let's grab our next guest. I think that our next in line was Lo.
Thank you, Justin, for bringing that up. And Eric, wow, you've given me something to think about some more. You put words to what I was thinking. The block universe. And you said something about you can go back and forth in time. But it's a lot more complicated. I'm going to try to unravel some of this. I was thinking, so bear with me, I had a stroke, so my speech is slow. I sound like I'm retarded, but I'm not retarded. But I digress. Can you go back in time? Well, if you could go back in time, you could wreak chaos. Can you go back in time and kill your grandma before your parents were born, and you'd cease to exist? No. The universe is an orderly universe. Runs on a system of laws. The universe is order coming out of chaos. The uncertainty principle, Einstein didn't like it because he said God does not play dice. Einstein's mind could not wrap itself around a universe being chaotic and random. No order. But maybe beneath this chaos, there's that deeper, what science has not been able to observe yet. Maybe there's an order that's causing it to seem like it's uncertain. It's totally random. Like you roll some dice, it's not really random. If you knew every nuanced law of motion and matter and energy, you could say, okay, and if you could, and if you had these laws at your fingertips, you could roll the dice in a certain way and say, they're gonna, and predict every time what those dice were gonna be, 100% of the time. Like, there's another example, but I'm not gonna get into it because I'll stammer too much. But can you go back in time? Well, the order of the universe, they say to travel at the speed of light requires infinite mass. And theoretically, it sounds like if you could travel faster than the speed of light, you could go back in time. But here's the catch. If you travel to I believe you could go back in time, but But if you do this, it would create a duplicate time stream, an exact duplicate of this reality. its universe and the multiverses. But you could go back in time, and on this time string kill your grandma, and you on that time stream would never exist. But that's why it requires infinite mass to do such. If you could travel faster than the speed of light, that would require infinite energy, mass. Because it would take infinite mass and energy to create that duplicate time stream of the time stream. So you would be going faster than the speed of light, and you create your own duplicate reality and go back in time in that duplicate reality. Now, Lauren, there was something else I was going to say. Damn, I forgot. Anyways, Lauren, a universe from nothing. Particles popping in and out of existence. Even in vacuums where there's nothing. Lawrence Krauss said the universe came from nothing. I was intrigued when I first heard this in 2013. I listened to him, but I couldn't understand what he was saying until I understood that Aron Ra believes the same thing. This universe is from nothing, but nothing is not a philosophical nothing. So, a philosophical nothing is what Aristotle said. Nothing is what rocks dream about. So, that peg, since rocks are not alive, if a rock could dream, it would dream about nothing. Rocks are not alive. Well, maybe Doug the Rock is, but I digress. But there's no way this universe could come out of the nothing that, quote, rocks dream about. But a philosophical nothing. What is the nothing that Lawrence Krauss is talking about in Aron Ra? This nothing is not really a nothing. It is what I call a fifth state of matter. The transitional phase between matter and energy. The fifth state of matter is a sort of an electromagnetic, a type of electromagnetism. You got radio waves, but perhaps we only know of radio waves and light waves and sound waves and da-da-da, but perhaps this is what light is. Because light both functions as a wave and a particle, a photon. Science has never been able to pinpoint exactly what light is. But the fifth state of matter is something like light, something like the electromagnetism, the electromagnetic spectrum. I wish I could find the words. I wish I could find the words to describe what I'm trying to say. I wish I had the memory to remember what I was singing about 5-10 minutes ago. I wish I could get stem cells to recover from the stroke so I could have the memory I had when I was young. I used to have a brilliant mind. Ever since I had my stroke, my mind is shit. My short-term memory is shit. I've been watching a lot of science videos lately because this stuff is fascinating. I'm trying to learn some more about calculus. I watch Math Queen, trying to get these concepts in my mind so that my subconscious can figure it all out, and one day it will rise to the surface of my conscious level, and I'll find myself getting smarter, more intelligent. Yes, I believe in Jesus, but I digress. I'm doubting. Also, don't expect me to become some YouTube internet street preacher screaming at y'all to repent. I believe in Jesus, but my evidence is anecdotal evidence, is my personal evidence, and until I'm gonna keep that to myself. I'm not gonna bombard you with it until I get some freaking answers from Jesus. I'm not gonna become one of those stupid flat earth type Christians, because I know there was no Adam and Eve. No, I know there was no Moses. Now somebody would get smart and say, somebody said to me, hey, maybe somebody said that in this universe, there are parallel universes where everything that could happen has happened. In one parallel universe, Adolf Hitler won World War II. In another parallel universe, America lost the war for independence. You get the picture. Someone told me, hey, maybe there was a Moses and Adam and Eve in a parallel universe, and all these parallel universes have come to the story of the Bible is condensing the story of these parallel universes to one great cosmic truth. That's kind of a stretch. Until I get some freaking answers from someone who are not. I'm not going to argue with the atheists. You never win. You're never going to win. You can never win. It is impossible for a Christian with all of the knowledge of his faith to beat somebody who has all the knowledge of science. You just can't do it. And people who can tug at your heartstrings with what they say, like Ravi Zachariah, people like that, give me hope that Jesus is going to win, but until they do a Jimmy Swaggart on me, I can't trust anybody. The preacher who tugs at my heartstrings, how would I know 10 years from now he's not going to be caught with a renter boy in his hotel room? If Jesus is real, I believe he is, he'll win out in the end. But I'm not going to fight Jesus' battles. I'm not God enough to fight Jesus' battles. That's his fucking problem. Let him do it. I'm not going to be some patsy while I'm doubting myself. I'm going to do I'm a believe in Jesus just enough to get by the skin of my fucking teeth. But I'm going to try to make myself great. I want to be smart. I want to be a good looking guy. I want to get cosmetic surgery. I want to get my hair transplant. I wish one day I was so good looking that Sarah would say to you, Justin, damn, he's good looking. Because right now, the way I look, I'm angry at God. I'm angry at God that I'm not good looking. But I'm getting off. But the law of entropy. This universe is dying. And energy is going to a lower state. But there has to be some other laws. Some other facets to reality that science has not yet discovered that will demonstrate that this universe, past, present, and future, is eternal. Maybe when matter and energy dies, something else happens. It transitions into another form, another set of quote-unquote reality. Maybe when the Big Bang happened, this is my theory. They say the singularity was infinitely dense. If it was infinitely dense, when this singularity exploded, you had a globe. You have infinite energy in the form of a globe expanding itself. And since it's infinite energy on the edges of the universe would look like a globe. And the energy is expanding at the speed of light. So it is impossible to reach the edge of the universe. You never get there because you can't travel at the speed of light. And if you could travel faster than the speed of light, which requires infinite energy, mass, you create your own parallel reality, duplicate to this reality, and branch off into that reality. And go back in time. You create a duplicate reality of this reality and go back into time. And it would appear to you that you're going backwards in time in your reality. But if you could see yourself in that reality, and there would be no such thing as that paradise, you'd go out of existence. If you saw yourself in your own... I'm losing train of thought. What was that? Okay, back to that. When the Big Bang exploded, the energy is in the form of a globe, traveling at light speed in every direction in a shape of ever enlarging globe model, leaving behind this universe and its stars, which will die. They will die one day, and this section will be dark, but infinite energy at the edges of the universe, in many places, and in many places in this ever increasing globe. Sometimes, since there's infinite energy in every infinite energy, maybe you'll have at the edge of the universe another Big Bang that explode and create another universe with the infinite energy going in every direction. So you have a ever enlarging globe of infinite energy within an ever enlarging globe of infinite energy. And this is happening in many other places. Now, what causing the infinite energy to suddenly explode, we don't know yet. But we got the infinite energy exploding, and it will infinitely create an infinite number of Big Bangs. And this will go on and on and on and on forever and ever and ever and ever. But the kicker is, it's all happening in the eternal now. This universe has always been. So how in the world, if God is eternal, could he have created this? My theory is that God is eternal, the eternal now, and before God, there was just God. But why then would it not be possible for God to create a universe that's eternal like he is, and still have been here before this universe? That's if you believe in God, which I know you don't, but I just got to put the thought out there. I got to be true to myself and my beliefs too. I know you might mock and laugh, but go ahead. Cook me. I just want to get to the truth. I love truth. Whatever it is, I want to find out what it is. I believe it's Jesus, but if it's not, I'll find out one day. Man, I wish I was a good-looking guy. If I met Justin, can I have you play my song one day on your broadcast? I hope my only hope to make money so I can get the hair transplant, so I can look like I used to when I was 17, is for my song to make it in the music business. When I look at myself in this video, see how ugly I look because of my thin hair, it makes me want to curse God. And please don't try to tell me that there's no God, because as long as I'm cursing God and angry at God, I can't blame this society. If I'm blaming the society, it will make me want to go out and steal, injure the society for not caring enough about me and having me get my hair transplant. It'll make me want to, when somebody talks smack to me, it would make me want to kick his ass and hurt him, because I have to be angry at somebody because that I can't get my hair transplant, and if I'm getting angry at God, and if you're correct that there is no God, at least I'm not hurting anybody else. I'm dead serious. I would almost give my soul. I know you don't believe in souls, but I would give my soul to burn for 1,000 years in the lake of fire, just as long as Jesus would save me in the end. To have my head full of hair from now, and have a few years where I could be Mr. Sexy to them top-notch girls. I don't want sex. I just want the girls to think I'm good looking. Now, as an unpleasant side effect, if I was good looking, girls would be trying to have sex with me. I'd just say no, I don't want sex. Besides, I got erectile dysfunction. Now I'm pissed off that I cannot find that my bottle of Viagra doesn't do shit to ease my erectile dysfunction and give me my libido back. What's wrong? Because a life without the ecstasy of climax is a life in hell. The only reason I don't want to die is because I'm too afraid to die. I'm terrified of dying. I'm terrified of dying. I gotta hope there's life after death. Because if there's not a little life after death, I'm terrified. That is my one and only fear, that death is the end. I got insomnia today because I can't sleep, because I associate the unconsciousness of sleep with the final unconsciousness of death. I had to force my body to sleep by trazodone every night. Harmonic Atheist cured his he had terrible insomnia, but he got it cured. I wish he could help me. I wish he could do it without me having to make lifestyle changes. I don't want to stop drinking my coffee. When I was 22, I could drink my coffee like I wanted to and still sleep sweetly. I don't want to have to go on a diet. I don't want to have to deprive myself of any pleasures that I want to keep until sick. I don't want to be bothered with these impositions on my happiness until maybe 6 months before I'm about to die. I resent these impositions on my tranquility. I want science to do everything to make my life the sweet life of Raleigh. I want money. Money can't buy you happiness unless you got something or some things that make you happy, and you can't get those things to make you happy because you don't got the money. But I ramble on. Mainly, I did this video so I can, for my sake, because if I don't put this what I'm thinking in tangible form, I'll forget it the next day. But if I wanted to say, if I can't remember what I was thinking this day, I'm like, what was I thinking about the block universe? Oh, I just go back and watch my video, and it will bring back to my memory what I was thinking. I'm sick of this. Old age sucks. I want stem cells to find. I will not grow older gracefully. I will push a shaving from one end. I will push a shaving from one end of hell and back again, forever and ever, before I accept growing old gracefully. Now fuck that. I want to be young. I want to be good looking. I want to be a star. I want to be the teacher. I don't want to be the student. I want to be the king. I don't want to be the master. I don't want to be the slave. I damn sure don't want to be the slave. I want to be the fucking king. Universe conscious? Not in the way that we're conscious. The universe has drives, laws. I believe the universe is an eternal struggle of life against death. When life wins out, only to become overcome by death, only to become to become overcome by life again, death and life, in an eternal struggle, overcoming each other in the end, only to be overcome yet again by one another. The universe wants to expand itself. That's what evolution is. Chemical evolution, which results in biological evolution, which will result in human beings trying to reach quote unquote godhood. And never ever to reach it, because entropy keeps bringing them back down. If the, Big Bang is always going to end up in a big crunch, if the universe, gravity is the weakest of forces. The universe is trying to The universe is trying to explode and evolve itself. Chemical evolution and biological evolution is really just driven. Chemical evolution on a biological level. But inevitable death always brings us back down to the ground. The universe is trying to reach the sky, but always being brought back down to the ground. The universe is trying to. The universe wants everything in the universe. The universe wants to be one for itself. Everything in the universe wants to be one with the rest of the universe, and this is why the big crunch always happens. Everything wants to become one with itself. But then, but also we want to expand ourselves. Go out and it's a desire to explore. And hence you got the boosh out of the Big Bang. The universe, it's like the universe is trying to expand itself and explore, but it always comes back to being one. Everything always comes back home to being one with itself. And that's the lie. And consciousness, consciousness is through consciousness, the drive to expand yourself, which is what the universe is doing, is manifest through consciousness as the desire to conquer, and yet at the same time the desire to love one another and everybody be one in the bonds of love. But we desire to conquer, and we desire to conquer one another, and we desire to love one another, and this always results in conflict. And as long as there's conflict, it never gets boring. As long as there's agitation, there's motion, and motion is life. Life is motion. When you quit moving, you die. The only time you're not moving is when you're dead. Damn. I wish I had my mind back. I did when I was younger before my stroke. I wish I had the cohesivity that I did when I was younger. My mind can grasp the concepts, but then the concepts slip from my mind. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of this. But maybe you can understand enough of my thoughts that if what I'm saying is true, you can take the baton from me and run with it. by all means, please give my ideas a fresh shape. But at the same time, try to disprove my ideas. Because if what I'm saying is the truth, you will not be able to disprove what I'm saying. And if you try to disprove what I'm saying, and what I'm saying is true, it will reveal that what I am saying is true. So try your damnedest to disprove what I'm saying. But at the same time, at least investigate what I'm saying. I just want to know the fucking truth. Not what I think is true, but I know is true. And the truth is, as Aaron Ross says, the truth is what the facts are. Whether or not you know what the facts are, but I want to know what the facts are. Just the facts, man. No spin, no bullshit. I don't got any shovels to have. I don't got enough shovels to get rid of the. I had to get rid of the bullshit. Just.
Love me, but instead you